So you are probably here because you are wondering, with the home value and home prices so high and the interest rate climbing up, should I continue renting or should I look for a home to purchase? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is B. Lore with OneTrust Real Estate Broker by eXp Realty, your local real estate agent in the La Crosse area here. And today I would like to go over this question, hopefully give you some clarity and bring you some value. And today we actually just had a mastermind meeting with some of the top agents around the country here, and just want to give this to you if you are on the fence between looking to buy or continue renting. Those of you that maybe are first-time home buyers, or maybe you sold your home and just kind of waiting for the market to maybe, let's say, settle down a little bit. So on this here, two very simple graphs, but very, very powerful. I think if you understand this, this would give you some kind of clarity. So on my right over here, a graph, if you're looking at renting. So as you know, with renting, you have no equity, okay? So basically, you're just paying the monthly payments to your landlord, and no equity is being built. But over time, your payment is going to go up with your monthly rent. Okay, so for example, if you live in a property for, let's say, 10 years or 10 plus years or so, you can probably relate to this. 10 years ago, you probably was paying a little bit cheaper than what you're currently paying right now. And the reason why that is because with market value, the home's going up, these landlords going to adjust the rent accordingly. Okay, so that's a rent, pretty simple to understand. So over here, with buying, once you buy a home, your payment's going to remain level. Okay, if you have a fixed interest rate, your payment's going to remain level. Initially, at the start, it will be a little bit higher than you're paying for rent, but eventually you're going to see that your payments for your rent's going to go above what you would pay for your mortgage if you purchase. Okay, so your payment's going to remain level for pretty much the life of the loan. For example, if you take a loan for 30 years or 15 years, but then at the same time, your equity is going to go up. Okay, so those of you that are not too familiar with what equity is basically the difference from your mortgage balance to the current market value. Okay, so for example, let's say maybe 5-10 years down the road, your equity here could be anywhere from, let's say, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. And again, you can talk to your mortgage lender. They will give you some kind of what they call a amortization table schedule, and you can kind of calculate what your expected equity can be looking down, let's say 5, 6, 10 years down the road. Okay, so basically, in summary, your rent here, payment's going to go up, no equity. When you purchase a home, your payment's going to remain level, but at the same time, you're going to build equity. So my question to you is, now knowing these two figures, would you want to stay on the right side or the left side? And obviously, it will make more sense to purchase a home. Okay, so one thing I want to let you guys know also is as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of this video, interest rate is starting to climb up. Okay, so if you remember back in 2020 when COVID hit, the government dropped down the interest rate so they could get the economy back up and running. Okay, and I believe back at that time, I've seen interest rate as low as 2.2%. Some people were getting 2%, some people were getting under 3%, 3%, 4%. But now the average interest rate, is jumping up above 5%, getting close to 6%. Okay, and a lot of people are kind of hesitant now because, let's say that if you're pre-approved during, let's say 2020, or let's say just last year, 2021, let's say that your pre-approval is $300,000. With the higher interest rate, maybe your $300,000 pre-approval is now maybe up to just $280,000, if that makes sense, because of that increase in the interest rate. So you have to check with your lender on that, and they can give you more information on what your pre-approval amount is up to, because with the higher interest rate, is definitely going to change your monthly payments, so that might affect your qualifications for how high you can go up to. Okay, so you definitely want to check with your lender, with that mortgage lender. But on the flip side, if you are thinking about just staying we're renting because the interest rate is high, that's probably not the best idea if you are making your decisions solely based upon the interest rate. Because if you got to remember, help give a lot of clarity to you, interest rate is rising. So you got to remember that rent is 100% interest. Okay, this is what we're referring to renting. Okay, so if you're renting, nothing's going towards your principal. You're basically just paying interest on everything every single month for as long as you live on the property. Okay, so hopefully this gives you some kind of clarity. One other theory or maybe misunderstanding out there too is that when you purchase a home, you don't necessarily need 20% down. Okay, because I know that could be a big hurdle from people jumping from renting to buying, is because they don't have that 20% down payment. Let's say for 300,000. 20%, 10% would be 30,000, and then another 10% would be 30, so 60,000. So a home that's 300,000, you would need 60,000 for a $60,000 down for 20%. So as a first-time home buyer, you could talk again to your lender about this. I'm not a mortgage lender, I'm a realtor, but there are programs out there available for, depending on your credit, for first-time home buyers that you can qualify for as low as 3% down, 5% down, and I've heard some programs out there even 1%. And not only that, nice thing is first-time home buyers, you can even ask your lender. There are programs out there that will actually give you grant to actually help you buy a home also. Okay, so this is, again, it's going to be particular to the state that you're in, but if you ask your lender, they can definitely fill you in about your qualifications and what you need as far as the minimum down to buy a home. Okay, so hopefully this helps give you some kind of clarity as far as, should I keep renting or should I buy? Again, anything that I can do as far as real estate go, be my pleasure, and we'll see you in the next video.